we go. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. I wanted to go over the eggs with everybody, mostly because because I don't need that bad. I wanted to go through it for myself. And I figured if I was working through it, other people might be working through it, and other people might be farther ahead of me on the realization of exactly what these eggs are. But I had an epiphany, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, so I'm just going to share my thoughts and my insight on this. So if you look down at my toolbar right now, you'll see 4 icons. You know what the first one is? That's the buff icon. The second one is, oh man, I gotta make sure that's not. And those tigers are giving me a headache lately. I don't know about you guys, but they've been very naughty. Alright, so with the buffs down at the bottom, we've got the fine pickaxe, which was one of the eggs, and then we got the rich harvest, which was one of the eggs, and then there's my satiety. So the rich harvest comes from this crude sunflower egg. It increases your harvest rate. This is just the crude. These are the ones that I got from the event. The extravaganza. Because it's Easter, and this is what the CMs decided to. This was the devs came up with the egg idea. The CM said, hey, here we go. Now the difference, what we got originally from the developers were the sunflower. This sunflower egg, if you notice, this is just a regular egg, quality 10, and it has a plus 20 on the harvest rate. If you look at what we were given by the CMs during the event, it's only a quality 1 and a plus 11 on the harvest rate, which is a little disappointing considering you had to gather all of these different materials to get the eggs. But they had an issue on the Asian server where people showed up with, like, I guess, a ton of stuff. And the Asian server runs their dealios before the American server. So by the time they got to the American server, it was like, all right, we're only going to do one. Whoops, I don't want. Oh, crap. I thought that was a kiwi. I don't know why. We're only going to do 1 egg per recipe per person. So the most you could do was get like 9 eggs, and then you got a little bonus goodie bag for bringing in like an extra 50 eggs. I don't know what they're doing with this stuff, but they better be making something with it instead of just throwing it in the garbage. That would be depressing. Anyway, so they handed out the eggs. Everybody got their eggs. Everybody went home. I'm really happy with the Life Force egg. And let me tell you why. Let me show you the Life Force egg. This is the Life... Is this it? Yeah, this is the Life Force egg. And what the Life Force egg does is it recovers 1 HP every 2 seconds for 5 hours. The regular egg was much better. You recovered 3 XP every 2 seconds for 5 hours. I really liked that. I had been down in the West Wasteland. If you look at my other videos, I've been trying to work out. I know where stuff drops, but a lot of people don't. We have a lot of newer players coming into the server and coming into the game. I'm just out here looking for 1 ebony log, seriously. So, and I'm losing my train of thought. So I was working on the patio lamp video. Just running a little stream, just checking out percentile drops and things like that. Found that they drop much better in the footsteps of Giant as opposed to the West Wasteland. But the West Wasteland, you get police and stuff from those guys down there, and they're easier to kill. Hunting in the West Wasteland, and you can get water, sparkling water down there too. Hunting in the West Wasteland is a lot like hunting in Greedy Man. It's the same level mobs, it's the same drops, the big leather from the wolves and stuff like that. It's the same. It's the same killing zone. The only thing that's different is the blueprint percentile drop that you get down there. But in all honesty, if you can go down there and harvest some stuff, go down there and harvest some stuff, dude. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Anyway, I'm losing. I'm getting off the point. The point is, when I was down there, I ate the Life Force buff, the original one that we got, the full buff, and it really helped me out, and I was really impressed with it. I would have liked to have seen something a little more aggressive. Maybe 5, maybe 7 HP points every 2 seconds. So that would be cool. That would negate the use of a lot of bandages when you're out harvesting lava and stuff like that. So, and that would be for, and I really think that that's a great buff. It's a great buff for everybody. I think that they thought this out, but I didn't think it out, and I was bummed out when I first saw them. But so, get the Life Force buff. I'm hoping that they institute it in the game, but I'm getting off track. So, let's talk about the other buffs. So I was like, mining buff. Oh, I get an extra, you know, I just ate the crude buff, so that's going to give me an extra 11 damage on anything that I mine. And I was like, well, that's stupid. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just make it like an extra percentile drop over those hours? Why would they blah, blah, blah? And then I came to think about it. I was like, dude, it's a wonky way of fixing durability. Right? Because if I am taking, let's just say I'm taking normally 5 swings to take down coal. That's 5 durability that I've lost off of whatever weapon I'm using. But let's say that by eating that buff, it knocks off one of those swings. So I've saved 1 durability for everything that I mine or that I collect. I was like, alright. People in the community had been asking for them to do something about the durability of the weapons, right? So rather than actually go in and adjust the durability, the percentile rates of the durability, they decided to introduce an extra in the egg that would reduce or would increase the durability of a weapon. It would reduce the amount of times you need to swing on something. Pretty ingenious. Pretty smart, guys. Because you're giving us what we're asking for, but you're not giving it for us. You're not giving it to us in a way that we're going to expect it. You're giving it to us in the form of this egg. Now there's also an egg for logging, and there's the egg for mining. There's the Life Force egg, there's the harvest egg. Oh, there's the cheap egg, which is, you have an extra 20, you get a plus 20. Oh, I gotta show you this one, because I like this one. Had I been leveling ranching, because my ranching is at 50, but had I been leveling ranching, this would have been really super helpful for me. Where is it? There we go. The crude cheap egg. That one only gives you plus 11. The regular one gives you plus 20 on your team success rate. So, and I don't know what any of these base numbers are. It's the same with the pizzas, right? Everybody kind of has an idea, and you know, there's BK made a calculator, and who was it? I don't know if it was Poonce. Someone else made a calculator. But nobody really knows what all these base rates are. So they can say, well, you get plus 20 or you get plus 11 or you get blah, blah, blah. But, okay, I'll just take that as I have a better chance of doing what I want to do. It'd be nice if they released, like, base info, though. But, you know, proprietary, whatever. I have no idea. Thank you. I'm excited about it. Oh, there's also the one that, ugh. It's my first day on my keyboard. That's the one that I'm using now, which is the grassland egg. That's the logging egg, the cruise rainbow or the rainbow. Oh, this is a really cool one, the bunny egg. All right. So it doesn't make you run any faster. When I'm just gonna show you because it's really funny. It doesn't make you run any faster when you have a cart. Here, let's do it. We'll just do it real quick. And I know it's dark out, whatever. So I'm gonna use this real quick, and then I'm gonna eat that egg, and we'll see. Cause it's kind of cute. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to put this in the cart, and I don't run any faster. There's my sprint, right? Okay, whoop-de-doo. But watch this. Just me walking normally. And you guys know what it looks, you know what it is when, I should have done before and after, but who gives a shit? So, there we go. But look at that. Look at how fast I'm running. Look at how fast I'm moving with this. I'm not moving super duper slow, right? So you know what this is good for? This is good for going out there to Black Drape or going out there to the lava area and harvesting that wood. Because you know that those ents show up and you're like, balls. Now I have to deal with an ent and all I want to do is collect this stupid goblin wood. Right? So you're running around, you're trying to avoid, smacking it and running and smacking the wood and running and whatever you're doing. This gives you the ability to run in, pick it up and run back out, drop it, and then de-aggro the end, and then you can chop it in safety. So that was pretty cute. I like that one too. They all have their pros. What was one of the other ones? That's the tame rate. Oh, the fishing success rate. You know what? I was on my Awakashi character earlier, and I was fiddling around with that one, and I didn't notice. And I was using a mithril. At first, I was using a mithril fishing rod, and then I was using my rare iron fishing rod because I made my fishing rods from the rare hooks that I got from the fishing event. So I didn't notice any more of a success rate with the egg and catching whales or catching tuna or shark. I did notice a difference when I was catching sturgeon and catfish, and I was using bait for both of those. So, I don't know. Somebody else work out the math. Who knows? I'm not doing it. I worked out the math on Kohler and stuff on the last map, and I'm over it. What did I eat? Oh, that was the run faster one. One piece of ebony. So all in all, the eggs are. I want to word this carefully. I'm happy with the way the event was run. I'm happy with the fact. Oh my God, there's an ebony. Sorry. Happy with the way the event was run. Happy with how the devs handled things. I was caught. Oh my God, look at all this ebony here. I was cautiously optimistic about the eggs, and I made a post in the forums, which was kind of like the whole knee-jerk. It was a great event, but I don't see any of the other eggs being. There's more ebony over there. Oh my God, I hit the mother lode. There's a whole gopher village. But they all do have their place, and even though I don't really care for the eggs that allow you chop that up, that allow you the extra damage. I know I'm gonna need these ebony logs for something else. It's just a wonky workaround for durability. Which, okay, let's do it. So, there's the rumor mills going around, right? And it's like, oh, well, we're going to have a big update in April. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about favoritism and stuff like that. Like, people, and Crate even, and sorry for mentioning your name in my stream, dude, but this is all game. This isn't personal. Crate mentioned, you know, if you hang out with the CMs, you know, if you're friendly with them, you can get some information. Well, dude, it shouldn't be if you're friendly with them you get information. It's if you get information, everybody gets information. That's how it should be. It shouldn't. And Pinky even made a comment to me. She was like, do you act this way with other CMs from other games? Let me be honest. I have never in my life, and I've been gaming for a super long time, I have never dealt... Oh! You dirty bird. I knew that was going to happen. I've never dealt with GMs in this capacity. Ever before. Never. I don't talk to GMs in games. I definitely don't associate with them. Not for any other reason. Not because I'm Miss Chris and blah blah. But I don't because it ruins the game for me, dude. I run a Minecraft. Well, okay, I don't run a Minecraft server. I used to run a Minecraft server, but it doesn't matter. And when you have the ability to help people, even if you start out with the most altruistic and, you know, good ideas and, you know, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a difference and everything's going to be great and it's going to be a great community and I'm going to love it. And that's all well and good, dude. But human nature dictates, it literally dictates that we gravitate towards different types of people. And you might not like this person, or you might not like that person, or you think that this person's getting the raw end of the stick, or whatever it is. Yeah! Get the F out. Oh my god, come on, dude. All I'm trying to do is just do some stuff. Dude, oh, you jerk. Ah. I'm gonna cry. Alright. I don't even know why I went on that rant. But oh, I know what it was. Yeah, that took me a second. If one person in the community gets information through friendly conversation, then everybody in the community should have access to that same exact information. Period. End of story. Fair, you know what? And I keep going back to that word, fair. Because it's a word that has been thrown around a lot. You know, like, what's fair? It's not fair. Oh, dude, not everyone. I'm shooting myself in the foot with this, kind of, but not everybody gets a trophy, and I get that. Oh, Chip, not everybody gets the information. It's completely different. It's completely different. When you're talking about stuff that's going on with the game, it is. It's completely different. I just want to know what's going on with the April update. I think that's the big thing for me. Because there have been so many rumors going around about, oh, we're going to get mob flags. Or, oh, we're going to have magic. Or, oh, they're going to do a whole map wipe. Or, oh, they're going to do a player wipe. Or, whatever it is, right? It's like, all right, guys, can we please just... And I even asked it in the I even asked in the Q&A section in the forums. And it's gone completely unanswered. And that's frustrating because, you know, you might, I think I asked the question about I asked if mob flags were coming out in April. And she was like, no. I was like, all right, the mob flags aren't coming out. But then you keep hearing all of this speculation and all of these things from all these different people. You know, another one of my buddies earlier that plays this game, he's like, oh, you know, no, this was yesterday. He's like, I'm friends with one of the devs, blah, 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 and they said there's a major update coming out in April. And I'm like, really? What's it going to be? Well, I don't know. He didn't say. Well, crap. You're really not helping me then, bro. But just the fact that they're saying there's going to be a major update. They were calling for a major update in the first quarter. First quarter is almost over. Somebody else commented on that in the forums as well. I just wish there was a little bit more transparency between the developers and the community. And I think that would alleviate a lot of stuff. And I think it would bring a lot of people back. Because that's always been like the major thing with a lot of players. Is there's no communication between the dev and players. And that whole shitting thing with Odd Bear last year. He's like, look, you know, not everybody's social and kind of blah blah awkward. And it's like, all right, dude, I get it, but you know, something, throw us a bone, something. And the whole thing about the game right now, it still feels like it's an alpha game. It still feels like it's almost like a beta game. Because there are all of these updates that are still coming out, and it's a full release game. That frustrates a lot of people as well, because the game is still evolving. It's not like GTA, where they'll come out with like a patch or something like that. And that's a full release game. It's a bad game to compare it to because that's a AAA game, but I think this is a AAA game, so I'm just going to do it anyway, and I don't care. But it's still acting like it's an early access game, and it's full release, right? There's a lot of speculation about why that is, and I have my own ideas, and other people are like, well, Steam forced them to do it, blah, blah, blah. Whether any of that is true or not, who knows? Again, there's the gossip mill, running away with it. Oh, do I want to go across? Yes. Well, there's an ebony over there. No, going this way. But it'd be nice if the devs would address those issues. Just come right out and address them and have transparency with the community and say, look, this is why we did this, and this is why we did this, and this is why we did this. And it would help people who are actually trying to support the game to support the game instead of having to deal with their friends and they're like, oh, you're still playing Tree of Grind? Oh, you're still playing that? No. Yeah, dude, I'm still playing it. I'm still playing it. 2 years later, I'm still playing it, guys. Ugh. And there are some of us out there that know what it's like to be the laughing stock of your friends because you're still playing this game. Why are you wasting your time on that game? Because it's a really good game. And it has so much potential still. And I don't know if you guys, I called Pinky to the carpet and I was like, why don't you have a poll that asks about PvP, PvE? And she actually did it. Like, all right, let's do this. And if you go to announcements in the official TOL, you will see where there is a straw poll. And the straw poll asks you to do like PvP or PvE events. And dude, it's neck and neck. It's like 51% like PvP, 50 or 49% like PvE. And it's been that way. And it continues to stay that way. And what I thought was really funny about the poll is that she made it so you could pick both, right? So you can pick PvP and PvE instead of saying I'll pick PvE or I'll pick PvP, or let me have an option to pick both. Instead of just picking both, let me have an option to pick both. Because you would have gotten a much better gauge on how the community feels about stuff. But I was acting like I was acting like a snot a couple of weeks ago in the forums, and you know, like, oh well, if people from Rose that just wear their crown hats, then you know, then you'll know they're PvE and don't attack them and blah blah. And everybody's like, well, it's in the game. And then everybody's like, well, and a couple of the BR guys came back, and they were in the forums too, and they were like, and I'm not gonna call him out, but he was like, Chip, stop your nonsense. And I was like, it is nonsense. It's complete and utter nonsense. Half the crap that comes out of my mouth in a provocative manner is bullshit. But it's to get people to think about what's going on, and it's to pull people out of their lurking status so that we can actually have some interactive, constructive conversations about the direction of the game. And kudos to Chucky for putting together his poll. And if you haven't voted on that, it is in the sorry, I was looking at something. It's in the Steam forums, in the TOL Steam forums. Go there, check it out. It's posted under Kakara or Kakara. I don't know how to pronounce it, let me be honest. And go there, check it out, because a lot of the things that he mentions in there are things that have been on. There's another one, son of a goat. All right. So I know where there are some ebony trees now, because I'm going to need them for my upgrades. I'm upgrading my towers, because I just leveled my tree to 10. What? Don't be jealous. Do not be jealous, bitches. But yeah, go and check that out too, and put your 2 cents in. And if you go all the way down on the bottom, there is an option to choose all of the options, which I thought that was really smart of him to put in. So he's one of the Brazilian players. The Brazilian players in this game are like super into the PvP. And let me be honest, when they're not here, it's pretty boring. There's nobody to run from. Like, I'm running from Josephon every now and then, but running from Victoria and running from Secret, super fun. Running from Chucky, not so much, because I take it personal when he attacks me. Because I'm like, I thought we were friends. And then he's like, ooh, ooh, and just guns blazing. Okay, Chip, just run, because there's nothing else I can do. I'm such a chicken shit, and they know it. I'm only brave when I have a group with me. Then I'm brave, but I don't want to die. It was worse when we lost skill points. That was horrible. We do need some kind of death penalty, though. I mean, losing one item. Ugh. That's not. It's a very friendly death penalty. Used to be you dropped all your items. Then it used to be you would lose skill points if you died when you had a bounty. So everybody was bountying everybody. Speaking of, I have another bounty on my main character, Alamea. Thank you so much, Texan. I appreciate that, jerk. I was talking to somebody from... Alright, here's the scoop on killing all your critters, man. Because I didn't kill them all. I just lockpicked them and let other people kill them. But, here, and I mentioned this to another player earlier in Discord. I was like, listen, dude, I see you. I see you have another bounty. I have another bounty too. We need to have some murdering done because we take each other's bounties off. And, she's like, well, I've had this one, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, Texan put a new one on me. And I was like, because I killed all of his animals. And I got a giggle out of it. And I was like, dude, and killing animals is a shit move. I know it's a shit move. Dude, I know it is. I've had it done to me. It's totally a shit move. Especially sheep. It's like, oh my god, anything but sheep. Don't kill my sheep, right? And I know it was a shit move. But Dude, it's so gratifying because you just totally, I don't know. It's not like I totally screwed anybody, but dude, sorry about your animals. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm not, dude, and I'm gonna be jacked up from the bounties for a while. I know that too, but be aware, dude. It doesn't really affect me. I'm sorry. It doesn't even make me mad. It's just like, dude, I know how to play, and I know what that's for. It's so that you know where I am when you decide you want to come and get me. All right. But I admit that killing people's animals is a shit move. It's dirty, dude. It's so dirty. Killing people's sheep is just dirty. Cows aren't so bad. Sheep, you need a lot of sheep to be a successful rancher. You really do. You need sheep for bandages. I mean, you need sheep for a lot of different. I don't even know why my bandages are on me. So we need ebony. We need plaster. What else did I need? Plaster. So, 30 for each. Let's do that. And this is the level. Merp. I don't like that. This is the level 3 upgrade for the towers. My tree just got to level 10, which it was kind of a grind. It was like a solid week of farming and other baloney to get to there. But I'm glad I did it. The base looks amazing. It's really starting to come together. I like where we're at. I feel pretty safe here. I don't feel like I'm gonna get raided every 5 minutes. It's been quiet. We have some new people in Roses that are talkative and they're friendly, and I like that a lot. I have such a bad reputation, though. Undeservedly so in a lot of instances, in my opinion, but other people don't see it that way. But people are starting to warm up to us again. They're seeing that we're active. They're seeing that we're going out there. We're helping other people, just like we used to. Participating again, which is really nice. It's hard to participate when you don't want to. Do you know? That sounds a little convoluted, but you know, you kind of have to have a burn to help. And that's what we did when we originally started on this map. That's why we were in the noob area so long. I was just talking to another player in game about this tonight, because they were talking about moving. And I was like, well, where do you want to move to? And they're like, oh, you know, I don't know, just kind of like pie in the sky. You know, we'll move eventually. But Dark didn't move out of the noob zone for a long time, and we took a lot of heat over it from a lot of different players. Because they're like, you're in the noob zone, and blah, 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 and called us pussies and all kinds of other stuff. I was like, whatever, dude, we're not ready to leave. There were a lot of new players or a lot of new people that still needed help. I personally wasn't ready to leave. Because I knew as soon as we stepped out, we'd have a target on our back. And that's the thing that really gets me about a lot of people, is they think that they can pressure you into stuff by like calling you names. Oh, nobody likes you. Okay. I'm an adult, dude. I know who likes me and who doesn't. And, all right, that's cool with me. And it's an online video game. What do I care? So, talked to them and was like, listen, don't move out until you're ready. You know, don't don't feel pressured or anything like that. And would I like to have more people buy us? Yes. Do I want the responsibility, or do I want to deal with people who are heartbroken because their bases got raided by, you know, other people? No, I don't want to deal with that. Having your base raided can be pretty traumatic for some people. And I'm not surprised by that because when my base has been no, it hasn't been that traumatic, let me be honest. It's mostly been laughable. Because it takes so long to get into a base, and it takes so many resources. And it's just such a battle. And when you get in, you know, rarely are you rewarded with the amount of goods. I don't know, maybe it's just bragging, right? I got into so and so's base. When it takes you 7 hours to get into a base, I mean, or you get into somebody's base to steal a relic only to have the relic snatched out from under you right when you think you have a victory. Zoink! Sorry about your luck, friend. Those are the good days. The bad days are when you log on and you realize that you've been completely raided and there was nothing you could do about it. But there was nothing you could do about it, so, you know, can't cry. I would like to see more people come out of the noob area. I would like to see more people play. I'd like to see a lot of the old PvP players come back. I'd like to see a lot of my old friends come back. I'd like to see a lot of my current friends come back. But... and I've got my fingers crossed. Man. I know I've said this time and time again. I'm going to say it again. I think I'm out of sand. Mother flip nuggets. There's any sand on them. Watch, it's going to be outrageously priced. There is none! Flip nugget.